guys, this is a little preview of what we'll be doing this week in class. We're going to be doing some lunges with some twist options or even a bind and a little bit of hamstring stretching. We're going to have the option to do these poses in a whole lot of different ways. So the important thing, as always, is to make sure that you find the option that's best for your body today. None of these options are better than another. They just do different aspects of your practice. Some are more strength, some are more balance, and some are more about making space. So your job is to tune into your body and listen and figure out what it is that your body needs in your practice today. So some of the props I have out for today: 2 blocks. We can use these in support and balance, and we can also use them as cushions under our knees if you have soft blocks. Have a blanket, also can be put underneath the knee, and then a strap, a yoga strap. You could use a belt or anything that you could wrap behind your foot, or you can just skip this part if you don't have something like this at home. All right, so to start, we're gonna find ourselves in a low lunge after we've done some sun salutations and some warming up moves. I'm gonna put this underneath my knee because I don't like my knee on the hard floor. So I've got this knee nice and supported. I'm gonna bring my left knee in front. I'm gonna back up a little bit so I can be all the way in the screen. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna check my hips. I wanna make sure that the leg in the front, that hip is not up too high. So I'm even gonna take my hand and put it in the hip crease and ask it to even out. Can you see that evening out? There, so give yourself a little check. And then look and see what your back foot is doing. Mine's crossing over because it wants to give me some extra balance and support, but I'm going to put it straight behind my hip so that some of my other muscles can work on supporting my balance instead of my foot. All right, so now we've got ourselves set up in a nice lunge. We're gonna bring our hands up in front of us with our arm parallel to the ground, and we're gonna work on some breathing and opening up through the chest. So we'll close, inhaling, opening, pulling the elbows back as far as they can go comfortably, and exhaling, bringing them forward. We can even add in a little neck twist here. If we inhale, looking one direction, exhaling, back to center. And then we've got to go the other direction, inhaling, exhaling. Beautiful. So you can do that as many times as you like. The next part of our practice is where we'll get into a little bit of some twisting. So again, I'm going to make sure my hips are nice and parallel and in a neutral position for me, so they're not too far forward, they're not too far back. Shoulders are over hips. Just taking a second to set that up is really important. I'm going to inhale, finding as much length as I can through my spine so that I might be able to exhale into a twist. So this is a very gentle twist. Back to center. Some other versions of the twist you might do: hands to your heart, inhaling, exhaling for the twist. You might be able to make it an open twist with your arms out to the side and exhaling. You can have a hand on your knee, hand on your hip, and maybe even see if you can look over the back shoulder. Another version of the twist you can have is to take your elbow to the opposite knee. So the knee that's in front gets the opposite elbow. From here, you might be able to lift your back knee up and work on some balance and strength. If you have a bind in your practice, now is a great place to take that. And whatever you do, we will gently come out of, drop the knee down. Awesome. We have these blocks here at our side, so we're going to use those. Again, taking the hand into the hip crease, leveling out the hips. I'm going to take one hand and reach it up and over, maybe looking underneath the arm. Your other hand could be on the block or on your hip, just depending on what you need. We don't want to compensate by just sending the hip way out to the side so that we can shorten the muscles to have enough space to reach over. This is not really doing very much for me at all. We'll go to the other side. Again, figuring out if you want your hand on your hip or the block. I'm going to keep my hand on my hip here. Inhaling, reaching up. This might be enough, or there might be a little bit more. Looking underneath the arm if it's possible. Back to center. Nice. Here we could take another twist again, or we can come into our half splits. So the blocks can be really helpful for the half splits. We're gonna take our front leg, extend it out, keep our back toes tucked under, and press your hips back. Front foot flex, feeling the stretch in the back of your front leg. You can put the blocks in front of you if that helps you feel it more, or underneath, or on the low side, or maybe even on the ground. See if you can even let your neck relax. And hold this pose for a few breaths so that you can really enjoy the lengthening and the stretching of the muscles. And when you're ready, we'll exhale, coming front. Then we'll take our strap, and with the loop, or just with the flat piece, we're gonna wrap it around the back foot. So I have mine in a loop, so I'm gonna put the loop around my foot and come back into the lunge. Maybe I'll turn sideways here so you can see this a little bit better. We're gonna work on pulling this foot as close as it feels good, and then finding our balance back into that lunge, looking forward. Your other hand that's not on the strap, maybe it hangs out on your knee, or maybe you take both hands back to the strap and help open up through your shoulders and through your chest by pushing the foot down to the ground. You want to change that to more of a leg stretch, start to pull the heel in closer to the glutes. If you're really enjoying this, another version we can take is to bring it in a little bit deeper. So letting our hips come down. You can have a hand on the block here, another hand on the strap. Pulling, there we go. Pulling the heel in as close as you can. And just hanging here, breathing, noticing, feeling, not running away, not taking it to a place where you feel burning, pinching, or hurting sensations, just where you're right on that edge of growing, right where your mind wants to check out. See if you can stay checked in. When you're ready, we'll release the strap. You might like to take another half lunge with the blocks. Not half lunge, half splits. Hands on the blocks, hips back, front foot flexed, back toes tucked under. So you can stretch through the hips. Sorry, not through the hips, through the legs. And you might even be all the way down on the floor. Again, one's not better. What's better is taking the time to listen and honor your body and take time to appreciate all of the wonderful things that your body can do. So I hope that I will see you in class this week. I know it's going to be super cold, so if I don't get to see you in class, at least you can maybe practice this flow on both sides and get a little bit of yoga in. Thanks so much. I will see you soon.